Falcons now, they have to trade him or cut him. And, well, everyone's going to know that they're just going to have to cut him. So why trade? Why would you trade resources for Matt Ryan? You just wait for the Falcons to have to release him, and then you pick him up. So the Falcons get really nothing out of this. We should have traded him a week ago when we were talking about this. Now his value, if they bring in Watson's almost nothing. It could be worse. It could be San Francisco, who are seemingly stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo now with nowhere to go with him or cut him. Either of those two quarterbacks, if they get cut, the place for them to land is going to be Indianapolis. Indianapolis has got the salary cap. They've got the players around. That would be a great location for either of these quarterbacks to land.
I mean, Geoff, let's say like Houston and Atlanta come to some kind of deal where they end up swapping quarterbacks. Like Ryan could make that team not necessarily a contender, but bring him into wild card contention in a weak division.
No, I really don't think he could. And also let's just take that a step further. Matt Ryan has a no trade clause, so like he's not going to Houston. If Deshaun Watson goes to Atlanta, there's got to be a trade already worked out with the Indianapolis Colts. That's like the only way this can work. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but that's really the only way this is going to work. And it's got to be some kind of agreement where the restructured contract with Matt Ryan, the Colts have agreed to take it on. And that's it. I mean, but I just don't see any other scenario. I don't see Matt Ryan going to Houston. I don't see any other team coming in here and taking Matt Ryan. So there's got to be some kind of three-way deal worked out. And, the Falcons reworked Matt Ryan's contract. They free up some salary space for this year. But, they can still just get out. If they can just get out of this albatross of a contract this year and just swallow the dead cap money, I don't know why they wouldn't, quite frankly. And everyone's side, well, they're not going to have any space to work with. Well, guess what? Sometimes just freeing yourself of something that's dragging your team down and been dragging your team down for a couple of years is better than biting the bullet for another 2 years. So I think it actually makes sense for them to do it, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen. Now, let's say Deshaun Watson doesn't come in and maybe Indianapolis is still interested in this. Another name I would link to Atlanta is Jordan Love right now. He's kind of been linked there in some odds on the DraftKings Sportsbook at one time or another. And, again, this all comes down to, is this happening behind the scenes? We're not sure at this point. But if it does end up happening and Deshaun Watson doesn't go there, I think Jordan Love could end up in Atlanta somehow.